This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Anna. So I've got my top 10 list for you up here soon in the word of the day and the song of the day. Get you back to some music. We have Charming Liars and Cage the Elephant coming up next. This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is Anna. I've got some weather for you. In Windsor, we're looking at 80 degrees and clear all day. Hooray! Fort Lupton, we're loading. Fort Lupton, we're at 81 degrees and also looks like it's going to be clear all day today. Loveland, still loading. 85 degrees and clear as well all day. Fabulous. And in Greeley, we have 79 degrees and it looks like it's going to be clear there all day as well. Fabulous. Hopefully it just stops raining because nobody likes rain. I've never met anyone. Well, I know like people do enjoy rain, but not this much rain. This is too much. It needs to stop. So it looks like it's gonna be pretty clear for the rest of the week until about Monday. There's a chance of rain. So that's pretty kind of nice for what we've been having. So up for some Ames news. Midterm week is June 27th through the 30th. So if you have midterms, study for them very hard. Then July 4th, the campus will be closed, so don't come. So have a nice long weekend. There's a scheduled network down day, July 17th. So if you're trying to do something online, don't do it. There's the full term course withdrawal deadline is July 19th. So if you need to withdraw, do it before then. And the graduation application deadline, that kind of rhymes, deadline for the fall of 2016 is July 21st. So if you're trying to get graduated, do it then. Then we have the Ames car show at the Windsor campus. That's July 16th, 9 to 2. Sounds really fun. Everyone likes a really good car show. I would go. I might be there. Maybe. So that's our Ames news and such. I've got my song of the day for you. It's where I shuffle my iPod and pick a song. And today is Gravity by Papa Roach. So that's playing here next. And we've got some other cool stuff coming up with my top 10 list. This is Ames Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I've got my top 10 list for you, and today, the top 10 list, I thought it applies to summer fairly well. It's my top 10 things you need to know to enjoy outdoor festivals / outdoor concerts. Because I know I have gone to outdoor concerts, and I was not prepared. So I wish someone would have told me these 10 things. So I'm going to tell you these 10 things so you know how to survive your outdoor activities. So these are mainly if you're doing something that's like an all-day like concert thing or a festival or car show. If you're going to be there all day, it's one of those kind of things. So these are very important tips if you're going to do something all day. You could also apply these if you're doing something for like half the day or some of the day. They're all very helpful. So like it's stuff like kind of like the Greeley Stampede, like I know of Warped Tour and Riot Fest and a bunch of other stuff like that. This is helpful. So I'm going to start with number 10. And it's bring stuff to be signed with in Sharpies. If you're going to like a concert, you always want to bring stuff if you want to meet bands and stuff, because like I know at Warped Tour and other places you couldn't have the chance to meet like the artists and the bands. Bring stuff to be signed, because otherwise you're gonna be really sad if you're like, yeah, I can meet that band, but it's like you can't have them sign anything because you didn't bring anything. Also, bring something like a writing utensil so they can sign it with, because they may or may not have some. It's always good to be prepared, because if you want to meet somebody, that's a big deal, so you want to remember it forever. So that is a good plan for like outdoor concerts. Number 9, go in a group. Everything's funner in a group. I mean, if you don't like to go in with people to things, then you don't have to, but I recommend going in a group. Everything's funner to go in a group with. Like if you go to a concert, you want to go with your friends. If you go to something like a car show, you want to go with your friends. Always go with your friends or somebody. Make somebody go with you. At least maybe one other person, because it's always fun to go with other people. Number 8, have a plan. Always have a plan. If you're going to be there all day, figure out what you're doing all day. You don't have to like have like a crazy schedule of like minute by minute what you're doing, but just have an idea of what you're expecting through the day. So by the end of the day, you're not just wiped out and then you leave early and then you miss stuff, and because that's no fun. You want to be there and have an idea of what you're doing and have a plan. Number 7, get a good spot to watch the show. If you're going to like the rodeo or to like a concert or something, you always want to try and find that really nice spot. Maybe go up to like, if it's general admission, if you don't have your own bought seats, maybe go and spot out a place where it's like, yeah, that would probably be a better place to see, where I can listen better and I'm not going to be blinded. There's not going to be someone really tall standing in front of me. I have that problem. There's always someone really tall that stands in front of me, and I'm very short, so it makes me sad. But if you have a plan for that, then you should be set, and then you'll have a perfect viewing spot for your show. And number 6, I'm going to stop here and then I'll finish this half later. Number 6 is bring snacks. If you're going to be there all day, some places and festivals and concerts and stuff will sell food, but it's very expensive. So if you just bring a few snacks, so then if you're hungry throughout the day, you can eat them. But then if you need like lunch or dinner, then you could buy it there, save you a little bit of money, and then you won't be hungry all day. So I'm going to stop my list there. I will continue it later, but I will give you the word of the day. So this is another made-up word of the day. Monday's word was actually kind of a real word, but this word of the day is not real, again. This word of the day is Wibby, W-I-B-B-Y, and so this word my family made up to mean it's like something's not stable. It's like, I guess an example sentence would be, the chair with the missing leg is Wibby. It's like, it's not stable. It will fall down. I think that word's it's just fun to say. Like, I say it fairly often, and I don't think I even say it with the definition that is a made-up definition, but it's so fun to say, so I recommend maybe saying it, and then people probably look at you funny because it's funny. So, get you back to some music, and I'll finish my top 10 ways to enjoy outdoor festivals and outdoor concerts. We have Bring Me the Horizon and Darling Parade coming up, and this is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/AIM Student Radio. We would really like to have some more likes on our Facebook page. I've got the rest of my top 10 list coming up for you, and we've got some nice songs coming up. So this is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. 89.1 FM, this is AIM Student Radio. I have some weather for you. A lot nicer today than it was yesterday, that's for sure. In Windsor, you're at 81.5 degrees, if you want to be exact. And you're going to be pretty much clear all day. And then tomorrow, your high is going to be of 92. So similar to today, tomorrow's going to be the exact same. Quite frankly, the rest of the week is about the same until Monday. Fort Lupton, you have 80 degrees, and you're about the same. Clear all day long and beautiful. The rest of the week is supposed to heat up until Monday. Loveland, you're at 86 degrees. Sorry, I don't know how to English today. And clear all day. And like everyone else, you're going to heat up until Monday. It's going to cool down Monday. And then Greeley, we're at 81. And it's clear all day. Again, how lovely. And like everybody else, I'm going to heat up the rest of the week until Monday. It's going to be cool. A little bit cooler, I guess, on Monday. It's supposed to be like 86 on Monday everywhere else. Yeah, so today's highs are supposed to be 93. That's pretty hot, so stay inside if you want. Or go outside if you like to be outside when it's that warm. But it's looking pretty good for everybody. I'm going to finish up my top 10 list of things you need to know to enjoy outdoor festivals/concerts. So you're going to want to hear about my number 1, the most important thing to know. This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I have the rest of my top 10 things you need to know to enjoy outdoor concerts and/or festivals and/or whatever you do outside for long periods of time. So, these are all, the top 5 are probably a little bit more important than my last 5. Just to recap, from 10 to 6, my number 10 was bring stuff to be signed / bring utensils to write with. Number 9, go in a group. Number 8, have a plan. Number 7, get a good spot to watch the show. Number 6, bring snacks. So it's time for number 5. Number 5, I have drink lots of water. If you're going to be outside, and everyone knows our summers get really warm here, drink lots and lots and lots of water. You do not want to be dehydrated because then that'll ruin your day and you'll not feel good, and that's not fun. So it's healthy for you anyway to drink water. So drink lots of water rather than like lemonades and juices and sodas, because that is not helpful for you either if you're standing in the sun. Number 4, a lot of people make this mistake and it drives me crazy, so I want to help people stop doing it now. Number 4 is dress appropriately. If you're going to be outside all day, probably better off if you're wearing something where you won't get super sunburnt in something that's comfortable. Especially for concerts, I know people like to dress up when they go. Some people like to dress up when they go to concerts and be a part of the show, but it's a lot better for you throughout the day if you're going to be there all day if you are wearing something comfortable, like a t-shirt and maybe some light pants, maybe shorts, depending on if you want to get sunburned or not. Because some people show up in like super short shorts and not a shirt, and it's like they are, by the end of the day, you just see the same people again, and they're so sunburned, they're just so red, and I feel bad. It's like, if you knew these facts, it could help you. So if you dress appropriately for show, to whatever you're going to, you'll feel much better. You won't get sunburned, because getting sunburned is really bad. It's not good for you. It's really bad for your skin. So don't hurt your skin and dress appropriately. And the other great thing about dressing appropriately is that then you'll be comfortable the whole day. If you're wearing something comfortable, then you feel good. You can wear all day. You're not all weird and feel weird because your outfit is rubbing you weird. Then it'll be nice. Also, if you decide you want to dress up for like a show or something and it's like just what you do, bring an extra set of clothes, because then by the end of the day you're not just sitting there like, I wish I could change because this is horribly uncomfortable. But then you can change if you bring a change of clothes. So I recommend doing that if you're going to do that. Number 3, this kind of goes with number 4, but same idea. Number 3, wear good shoes. You will most likely be standing all day, so wear good shoes. They don't have to be stylish, because I don't think anyone else really cares what shoes you're wearing. They just need to be comfortable. Because most likely, if you're standing all day and you're walking around, you're looking at stuff, or if you're standing in the same spot all day, you're gonna want to wear something comfortable, because otherwise your feet are gonna hurt and you're gonna want to leave, and then you're gonna miss something cool or something. Because that usually happens when people leave early. I know that happened to me when I left Warped Tour early, because we were all tired and our feet hurt because we didn't plan very good, and so then we left early and we missed a lot of cool stuff. So wear appropriate shoes, like something like your most comfortable shoes that you could wear if you had to stand for a week. Like, I don't think anyone would have to stand for a week. That would be horrible. Don't stand for a week, though. But do wear good shoes. Number 2, bring a backpack. Bring a backpack full of maybe your snacks, an umbrella if it's going to rain ponchos, extra pair of clothes, sunglasses, stuff that you want to get signed. Having a backpack's really convenient, especially if you want to buy stuff, because then otherwise you have to just kind of carry it, or you have to get a bag and you have to hold it all day. If you have a backpack, it'll be safe, and it'll be dry if it rains, and you'll have all your stuff in there. And most places allow backpacks, like small backpacks. You just have to check with it wherever you're going. But having a backpack is super helpful. It'll help you throughout your day. And number 1, the most important thing you need to know about going to outdoor festivals or outdoor concerts or doing something outdoors in long periods of time. Wear suntan lotion. It's very bad for your skin to get sunburned, and it hurts anyway. You get home and you're sore and your skin stings and you can't take a shower because your skin hurts. So wear suntan lotion. I myself get sunburnt if I'm outside for like 10 minutes, so I wear lots of suntan lotion, and I do not regret it, even though it feels sticky. But I would much rather have weird suntan lotion on than get sunburnt. My recommendation was suntan lotion. I use 100 level lotion, because I know that most people get like 35 or 50, but I use 100 because I'm special, I guess. But I have noticed, if you know you're going to be outside all day, put it on when you get up in the morning, after you take a shower, whatever. The longer it sits, the better it works. So if you don't want to get sunburnt, follow that tip, because being sunburnt just ruins your day. If you're standing there, it's like, yeah, I can't wait for this at the end of the day. And then by the time you get to the end of the day, you're all sore and painful and your skin hurts. And if someone accidentally touches you, you'll be sad and that'll be painful. So please wear suntan lotion. You will feel much better. And that is my top 10 things that you need to know to enjoy outdoor festivals/concerts. Those I have made myself, and I wish somebody told me that before I went to outdoor things and did outdoor things. So now I know better, and I hope you do too, with these fun, cool facts. I guess they're not really fun, but they're good to know. We've got some cool songs for you coming up. We have Hailstorm, Alien Ant Farm, Avenged Sevenfold, my favorite band, and Linkin Park. And we'll have some more cool stuff coming up for you at 90s at noon. And this is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. That was Crazy by Aerosmith. We've got some more 90s at noon for you coming up, and I may or may not have a funny story to tell you all coming up later. And I'll have some weather for you up next. And so up next we've got Lisa Loeb, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it's some more awesome songs. This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. 89.1 FM, AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. I've got some weather for you in Windsor. It is currently 84 degrees and clear for the rest of the day. Your high today is supposed to be 91, and then tomorrow, high of 92. So looking more summer-like now. Fort Lupton, we have 83 degrees, and you're going to be clear all day, looking nice. And your high today is 94, and tomorrow your high is also 94. Loveland, you're at 87 degrees, and you're clear all day. How fabulous. Today your high is 93, and tomorrow your high is 94. so looking pretty hot. Summer-like, doing the summer activities now we can, since it's maybe going to stop raining. And really, we have 84 degrees and clear all day. And your high today is 92 and Thursday 94. So you can do all your summer activities now because it's so much warmer, and hopefully it'll just quit raining so you can actually have summer and call it summer. So coming up next, I may or may not have a funny story to tell you, and so you might want to stick around for that. This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be.
Big contracts, no flashy cars, and no personal assistants. Just passion, talent, and the occasional energy drink.
I am Cornholio.
It's locals only, every night from 9 to 11 p.m., only on AIM Student Radio.
AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be. That was All the Small Things by Blink-182. If you didn't know, they have some singles out for their new album. They're great. They're classic Blink-182. And they're going to come into town at the Pepsi Center. So I hope to go to that. It should be a really fun show. It'd be cool to see them. Anyway, so I told you I was going to have a funny story. And I do have a funny story because my life is funny. I just have weird things in my life, I guess. So I was just thinking the other day, I was like, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was like sitting, driving in the car or something, and I saw something that reminded me of this. So I think everyone could kind of relate to this. When you're little, you think of weird things. And like at the time, they make sense. But when you get older, you're like, obviously, that's not a thing. So I have 3 of those that I just thought of the other day that I was like, oh, that was funny. I remember that. So I want to share those with you. Maybe you can relate or have something similar to that maybe you thought of when you were a kid. So my first one is, so when I was obviously really little, I thought that like the traffic lights, the street lights worked by like mice or like small little people. So then they would see like people waiting on the one side of the road and they'd flip the right light from red to green and let people go. I'm not really sure why I thought this. I guess I didn't know how else they would work. And I was like, that's the first justifiable thing I could come up with. It's like, that makes sense. There's like little like mice or people like controlling the traffic lights. Like, and I guess I figured when I was little, like there was people like little mice sitting in traffic lights and like pressing buttons to make them go. Obviously, that is not true. So now I know better, but I thought that was a thing when I was little. Also, there's another thing. I think I've heard other people say that they thought this as well. That I thought clouds were made by like factories. When you see those big factories that are pumping lots of smoke, they all look like they're making clouds. It's like, oh, those are clouds. But they are not clouds. They're just smoke. It was very deceiving. But it makes sense. When you're little, you don't really know any better, and you don't really know what it is. And you're like, yeah, clouds. Because I don't know. I find a fascination with clouds. I think they're really cool. They always look like they're painted in the sky. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I did have that as a child. I thought that was a legitimate thing. But it was not, sadly. That would be cool if that was a thing. That would be that should be pretty slick. That would be a fun time. And then the third thing I'd come up with, this is also kind of weird. So when I was a small child sitting in a car and we were like playing CDs or listening to the radio, this is crazy, but this is what I thought when I was very little. And I think I only thought it for not for very long, but I think I kind of entertained the thought because I thought it would be fun to entertain the thought. But I thought that like small insects would recreate the songs that were playing on the radio or through CDs. Like it wasn't playing like off of a CD, I guess. I thought like there's like a mini concert with like insects playing these songs, and that's what you heard from the radio. I'm not like it kind of made sense. I guess I had a little bit of a wild imagination, but just that was kind of a fun thought for me to think of, like sitting in the car. It's like, and I'd like think of in my head of what that would look like. Like they'd be like dancing and stuff on like the CD that's spinning and stuff. I guess I don't know. I am strange, I guess. So that's what my thoughts were. You may or may not have some funny stories of when you were a kid, what you thought and misunderstood things. Like this one time, so I don't remember entirely how it went, but my mom had told me about it. I guess one time I think we were in the car with my uncle, and my uncle's like talking about drinking and driving, and just so this story makes more sense, my mom drinks lots of coffee, and I guess it would make sense that you can drive and drink coffee at the same time. So they're talking about drinking and driving and something like that's bad, and I was very little at the time, so at the time I was like, my mom drinks and drives, and everyone thought it was hilarious because I was like, well, my mom does drink and drive, but she drinks coffee and drives, so that's not dangerous. So that was another funny thing, I guess, that I did as a small child. Yeah, just like, I guess everyone has kind of weird, funny stories of what they thought and did when they were little kids. I like to hear what other people did to see if maybe I'm just really weird and did weird stuff, but for the most part, I think everyone has a funny story from their childhood. So that was mine. I just wanted to share that with you. Thought that would be fun and entertaining. We're going to get you back to some music. We have some EMF, Live, and Spin Doctors coming up for you. This is AIM Student Radio, the way radio should be.